Happy New Year, Blockchain Gang. This is Danny Draghi, and I'm going to make my New Year's resolution to stop being such a lazy sack of shit and start killing 10 world bosses every day. I have some great tips to help you get your fair share of loot. I won't be able to show you all of the bosses, but I will go over all of their locations, level, and respawn timers. On our server, we restrict boss encounters by character level. This means that you unfortunately won't get to see me missing 60% of my attacks and dying 12 times in a row for 2 hours straight. I know it's so sad. Let's get started with tip number 1, and that is show up early. If you set 2 timers for 60 minutes and 5 minutes before the boss spawns, you'll have plenty of time to get there and form a 15-person party. The 60-minute timer is to remind you not to use any tickets for the secret peak or magic square before then. Having a party is important because it will increase the chances of a party member securing the last hit on the boss, so you'll all share loot from killing it, which is independent of any boxes you pick up. At one point, we had a rule that only the first 15 people that arrived would be able to get a chest, but that rule was relaxed once we were able to kill stronger bosses. There will be 10 to 15 boxes that spawn from most world boss fights, so try to make sure everyone gets at least one before going back for seconds. That brings me to tip number 2. Disable autocast on all of your abilities. Using an ability at the wrong time can cause you to get killed in one hit if you don't have enough power to survive the attack, and that can cause you to miss out on all loot, as well as the real death penalty. It is also likely that you'll draw aggro from monsters around the boss who will continue attacking you even after the boss has died and make it impossible for you to get a chest. Some allies are cool and will help you kill the monster and let you have the box anyway, but others will follow the rule of first come first serve. Tip number 3 is to always set your character to auto harvest when the boss is low on health. You may have to manually press attack to continue killing the boss, but this will immediately make you run to a chest that's closest when they spawn as soon as the boss dies. Make sure to turn it off afterwards so you don't accidentally try to pick up a second box and look like a greedy pig. Tip number 5 is to avoid trying to last hit the boss. If you use an ability just as the boss is about to die, you'll be locked into finishing the animation of the ability before you start to run to the closest chest. It is possible to cancel the animation with a dodge, but that could put you farther away from your destination. Tip number 6 is to use that dodge to your advantage by reaching the box moments before anyone else. This can easily be botched if you are too late and dodge past your target or dodge in the wrong direction entirely. Tip number 7 is to try not to stand on top of other allies. If you are the same distance from a chest as an ally or two, you are all likely to run towards the same chest instead of one that may be slightly further away but with nobody around it. A good practice is to have the melee characters surround the boss and the range characters spread out like numbers on the clock at max range around it. This means it will pretty much be up to chance who will get a box because it spawned right at their feet. Tip number 8 is to pay attention. If you are not aware of what is going on, it's that much more likely you're going to mistake and die. You probably didn't even notice that I skipped tip number 4. Tip number 9. All world bosses spawn in areas that are open PK. If you suspect another clan may try to attack you while at the boss, it may be better to keep someone posted in the area until they start it first, and then ambush them when the boss gets low. This way you will have the element of surprise, and some of them will be attacking the boss instead of your clan because they're not paying attention. And finally, tip number 10 is that if you're already weak and you've died a few times or are suffering from a critical injury, you're going to take 50% more damage and do 50% less damage. So make sure to use speed up tickets to clear the penalty before returning to the fight. There you go, folks. That was almost 10 tips on how to make sure you get your fair share of loot, and in most cases, my fair share is a box about 50% of the time. The first set of world bosses I'll be discussing appear in the 4th floor of the Labyrinth at 1000 and 2000 hours according to NA server time. For my conscientious objectors, that would be 10 AM and 8 PM, which is 8 AM and 6 PM in my time zone. These are the level 70 Bulwark Revenant in Beacon Labyrinth, the level 80 Bullfiend Paragon in the Demon Bull Labyrinth, the level 90 Mad Sky Gorefiend of Snake Pit Labyrinth, the level 105 Black Sky Sagittarius of the Abandoned Mine Labyrinth, Level 110 Shadowcaster Lord of Heaven's Way Labyrinth, the level 120 Ice Demon Fiend Commander of Red Moon Labyrinth, and the level 131 Blood Cult Demon of Fantasia Labyrinth. The next set of world bosses spawn in the valley, each of the three main regions, at 1200 and 2200 hours, which is noon and 10 p.m. NA server time, or 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. These are level 75 Lightning Blade Revenant of Beach and Valley, the level 95 Demonic Phantom Dragon of Snake Valley, the level 125 Sagittarian Phantom Geist of Red Moon Valley, and the level 130 Uticon of Crimson Abaddon, which is located below the 4th floor of Snake Valley. Even if you're not strong enough to take on these bosses with your allies, these are excellent times to join in the Peak or Magic Square, as the strongest members of the server will be preoccupied fighting them instead of you. That's all I have for this guide. Don't forget to give it a like if it helped you out, and consider subscribing for more MIR4 content. This has been Danny Draghi, and I hope we can do this again sometime. I believe in miracles. Since you came along, you sexy thing. Please vote for what content you would like to see next, or offer ideas of your own. And if you would like to sponsor that content for $5 a month, it will premiere ad-free. Thank you for watching.